So this incredible story comes from North Dakota. It's about a police officer who has been fired, whose name is Justin Nachatillo. And this guy is trying to appeal his firing to get his job back. So his own chief, who is David Sobieski, wrote that the officer's conduct was egregious. The officer, in a statement, took offense at the notion he's in any way dishonest, self-serving, argumentative, or dismissive about anything related to his duties. Well, it turns out there were two children that were missing, and instead of filing a missing persons report, this guy lied, and it turns out there's evidence he stopped to get coffee instead of caring about these children who were missing. That's unreal, but this actually happened, and this guy still wants his job back. And mind you, it was the Fargo Police Department who fired this man because internal reviews found that he failed to complete a missing persons report involving two children and that he mishandled a stolen vehicle case. And this man was employed with the Fargo Police Department from 2003 until last month. And he tried to use the PTSD excuse as a combat veteran. And I take grave offense to that because I'm a combat veteran who has PTSD. And no part of PTSD would make me disregard two children and mishandle a stolen vehicle report. I'm sorry. That's no excuse, sir. And here's some backstory. On September the 7th, 2021, this officer was dispatched to the Willow Park Elementary School in North Dakota, where there were reports of two children that were missing that were under the age of 13. And the father and stepmother told this officer they believed the children were with the biological mother, who was prohibited from having custody of the children. And so when this officer was interviewed by his own department, he told the interviewer that he waited for someone to bring him a missing persons form, and he just stopped waiting and he went to go help with the burglary investigation. So he just left these two children who were still missing, and he knew they were still missing. And records show this officer never completed the missing persons form for the children as required by policy. And it was also discovered that this officer drove through a Caribou coffee shop before responding to the missing persons call. So this guy decided to go get coffee before he responded to a call about missing children. And this man had the nerve to say he did not think it would have made a difference whether or not he showed up to a call to go get coffee. And he also lied by saying that he was waiting for leadership to tell him what to do, and records show that he never did that. This guy lied up and down, and yet he wants his job back. This story is absolutely unreal. The kids are safe, y'all. That's the great part.